Hey, Willow Polson here. Welcome back to Willow's Vintage Homestead. I'm going to get more into the homesteady part of the homestead. It's been a while and I'm sorry for that, but just, you know, between filming the Manners Chronicles and going to New York, by the way, and other things, life has been a little insane. So anyway, but recently I kind of got the bug to do a garden again, like a proper big vegetable garden. Once upon a time, aka about 20 years ago ish, maybe a little more, we dug out this big rectangle out of the clay soil that nothing likes to grow in, and had a bunch of dirt brought in that's like good garden soil. Had a nice garden in here for a while, had sprinklers that actually worked. But as you can see, it's been like super neglected, and there's thistles, there's, I mean, all the burdock in the world. We've had a couple of broken pipes. It's just in a state. I'm gonna try and bring this back at least partially to what it was. It's just it's in need of a lot of help. We had ducks over here at one point. Let's see, I'm not sure that I really want to see that. That could be gophers, don't know. The pomegranate actually seems super happy. It only put out one single lonely pomegranate this year, but you know what? I bet if I fertilize this and I prune it a little bit, we're going to get some good pomegranates next year. And I do love me some pomegranates. That was the duck house, chicken house, whatever. Oh god, these thistles. I'm just seeing so much to do out here, and the first thing to do is to clear it. And again, recent events have made me want to grow my own food again. So let's see what can be done with this. Wow. It's like random tools in here. It's like one of these serrated things. I wonder if this, I've never even used these, because do they even work? Huh. Oh, that worked alright. Huh. That actually works alright. It's like golf. First thing I gotta do is like clear some of this out so I can establish a safe pile. So I guess I better head that direction. I take this opportunity to thank my lovely patrons. With your help, I've been able to buy some fresh seeds. Yay! Some great fresh vegetable seeds from Southern Exposure and Richter's. Those are my two most favoritist places to get seeds. But for now, you don't need to watch me doing this. So once I get everything established, I'm going to do a burn. Well, I would play the song Sacrificial Bonfire by XTC right now, but I'll get a copyright ding on YouTube, so you just have to imagine it with me. Okay, it's starting to look like something once again. Woohoo! better, right? See, after 2 burns and 3 hours of work, it already looks like a garden, right? You were probably at the beginning of this video thinking, how in the world is this going to be a garden? Well, it seems overwhelming, but it wasn't actually that much work to find the soil again. It's just branches that got thrown in here, some stuff, weeds, and then, you know, because we can burn here in this county, it makes quick work of stuff like weeds and branches. So, yeah, I'm very hopeful. Well, some thoughts as this fire's burning down on day 2. The soil looks good. I remember that there is like a walkway here that like the actual soil part that we dumped in starts about here. So this is the native clay, and this is going to be from here over the good stuff. This is a native herb. It is like, I guess, Pacific mugwort. It's got like a million names. Artemisia. It is a sacred plant to the local native people, and I just don't have the heart to pull this out. So I'm probably just going to leave this patch here. It's way on the side. It's not really impacting anything. Let's see. Here's a bunch of stuff that I pulled out of this pile over here to kind of let it air out and dry a little bit. It's been raining past couple days. That I'm fully convinced there's going to be a rat or snake or something nest in there. Time will tell. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to get in there with some tools like a hoe and pull it apart before I get my hands down in there. Here are some things that I think are meant to keep chickens out of where chicks can get between the wires. And I don't know what they are, but I picked them up at a yard sale years and years ago, and I do use them to keep like rabbits out of, you know, key plants and stuff, like a little wire cloche sort of a thing. I've got tomato cages buried under there. Here's a mullein plant volunteering. Hello. I may or may not leave that. There's a lot of those. There's tons of them over by the creek, and but it puts up a nice, pretty yellow flower, and the leaves are fuzzy, and it's not really, again, impacting anything. It's over here at the fence line, so probably will pull out this. This was put in when we had ducks to try and keep them out of the rest of the yard. It was incredibly unsuccessful. The ducks are just like, what fence? And just flew right over. So that didn't work out that great, but I'll probably pull it. And these blackberries here are probably going to go as a result. We've got more blackberries over here. These are not a native blackberry. These are called Himalayan red for, well, obvious reasons. They're red. They're not a native. They have everywhere crowded out native blackberries. I don't even know if I have even seen a native blackberry, because there's these and the cut leaf type that are also not native that grow at the bottom of the driveway. So I'm not like heartbroken about pulling these out. They do put out good berries though. The Himalayan red puts out better than the cut leaf. Their cut leaf is a lot smaller berries, but anyway, probably gonna pull the, my God, the size of, it's hard to see, but I'm gonna get my hand in there. I mean, look at the size of that vine. It's easily as thick as my thumb. That's crazy. And then here's our pomegranate going yellow for the year. I do need to prune it back. It's been neglected a little bit. It's never really put out more than about, I don't know, 4 or 5 of them at a time. So I'll read up on how to do this properly now that it's very big, very established. I don't water this at all. So it's doing great. I mean, heck, pomegranates are from the Middle East, right? Are they not? So they should be pretty drought tolerant, and they are. So yeah, I'm going to encourage this. We had a peach. Again, neglect. I just, wasn't in a place to do a lot of this until, well, again, this year I feel very motivated. Okay, it's a couple days later. I've done some more clearing. There was some stuff here, some lattice that was buried that I got rid of. And as you can see, much different, much improved. That I think I'm going to cut up for kindling, and then I've still got obviously a lot of work to do over there. But rather than drag all that stuff over to here, I think I'm done burning on this side. In fact, I'm eager to get something in the ground before it turns really, really cold. And I think I'm going to go with some peas. So I'm going to take this ash and rake it around, and it'll be a good soil improvement. And then do a second other burn pile later after this big storm that's coming through that's going to rain for like a week. So I'm going to put an area over here, I think, and do some more burn. I did a little research. I've been calling this stuff, where is it? I've been calling this stuff burdock. It's not. It's curly dock. And it actually is a good salad green when picked really young. It's very tart. It's got a lot of oxalic acid in it, so you don't want to just like chow down on this stuff. But a few leaves in a salad makes it kind of a nice, kind of a little bit of a sour hit, which is kind of nice. Giving this even more thought, I'm definitely going to leave all this because native plants are so important for pollinators and for the native population of animals. Every time we get rid of natives in favor of non-natives, like English peas, some of that diversity is lost. So there's no reason to pull all of this out of here. I'll just leave it. I mean, it's not hurting anything. So now to get raking and use my potato fork to turn up this soil a little bit. It's been compacted. And again, there's still a bunch of this stuff, this dock root that I want to try and get some of this out of here. I'm going to be battling this for years, and I know that. It's fine. I mean, it's not fine. I wish it wasn't here, but it's not the end of the world. So we'll just keep at it, and eventually I'll have a dock-free zone. So I've got a number of peas. I'm going to have a peeing contest. I've got shelling peas. I've got sugar snap peas, more snap peas, sugar daddy here. Wando, another shelling pea. I'm going to plant half of each of these. Some of these seeds I've had for a little while. Some of these I just bought. So it'll be interesting to see what comes up if the frost kills stuff. That's why I have trouble planting every single seed in a packet. It's just, it's like, I have my little insurance policy. Maybe it's just me. It's probably me. I don't know. But I'm going to plant half of each of these in new beds that I'm about to dig out here and fluff up and demarcate, and you can watch that whole process and see what survives, because I don't know, some of these, like I say, some of these seeds are several years old, some of them I just got. So let's see what the peas do. Okay, I've got the beds roughed out. I'm kind of shy on ash over here, so I'm going to dig out some of this. So this is one row, walkway, row, walkway, row. So the walkways, I'm going to kind of get the ash out of there and then mix it in the rows. And I want the rows to be not so wide that I can't reach across to them. And this is kind of the space that I had, because over here in the middle is my water valve thingamabobber, and I couldn't put a row on that. Well, I mean, I can, but I don't want to, because I'd bury it in plants and whatever. So I've left a big wide row, like for a wheelbarrow or something here. So with the space remaining, including a little space on the side here so I don't end up inside the blackberries. That's 3 good-sized beds that I can reach across, and let me get turning and raking and shoveling. It's a lot of work, but it'll be worth it. Beds all ready to go. Let's see, I organized these by size. Size and type. This is a shelling pea that is 28 inches tall, so it's a little shorty guy, bush pea. Another shelling pea. It's dwarf, so it's going to be a short guy. This guy is a sugar snap, and it gets 5 to 6 foot tall vines, so that's going to need more space. So I'm going to take about half of this and push it out this way. I don't have, here's some more of these dock roots. I got so many. I don't want those taking root. Oh wow, look at them all. I got to keep an eye on those. Anyway, and then this is seeds from 2021, and it says 24 inches tall, and there's like a part. I'm just going to go ahead and plant all those out in this smaller area. And for the sticks, I just found just some old busted up, I don't even know what this was, like a cabinet of some kind, and it had these little pieces of wood, so I just snapped off some of that. I'm going to write on it what exactly I have planted where. And then it should rain tonight and for the next week. And so I don't have to water anything. Hooray. Okay, there we go. These guys these guys I scattered all over the place because why not? It doesn't have to be in straight rows. Doesn't matter. This pole pea, though, what I did is I put it kind of like a row at the edge and a row at the other edge and then a few in the middle. And then when these first start to come up, well, I'm not supposed to get any frost for the next week at least. So hopefully these will start kind of popping. And then when these start to come up, I'll make like an upside down V kind of a thing for them to climb on. So hopefully I haven't just wasted all those seeds. It's a huge package though, so even if some of them don't make it or any of them don't make it, I've got lots more seeds, and I'll try again in February or something. But I just thought, I'll just try it. I've seen sweet peas overwinter and grow just fine, so I thought, maybe I'll get an early start on it and see what I can do. This bed over here, I think I'm going to do some greens, maybe some evergreen onions. It's a really good green onion variety that is just it takes over. It's awesome. And then not this year, but maybe over here I've started some asparagus seeds. Not in the ground here, but I'm thinking this might be, well, I don't know. It gets gets a lot of shade, so this might actually end up being more lettuce and stuff like that. I haven't decided yet. This is where the ducks were, so it should be pretty fertile over here. And then, yeah, so like some winter something over here. Maybe even Brussels sprouts I might even try. I'm just, again, only going to plant half the seeds I have, reserving the other half just in case something goes terribly wrong. And they just don't grow or whatever, you know. So that, I like that insurance policy, so. As you can see, so much more to do. I gotta haul all this out of here, do another burn, get this fence out of here, and there's a water leak that needs to be addressed. It's, you know, it's endless. It's just endless. What tipped me off was I saw this guy growing from over there someplace, and I'm like, oh, what is that? Nuts. But since this water doesn't actually do anything over here anymore, we can just cap that off. I'm just going to run just a sprinkler and a hose. The pomegranate, I've discovered if I prune it back and I fertilize it, and I prune it back to a multi-trunked affair, get rid of the dead stuff. Boy, it's got little pointy ends on it. I should be able to revitalize this just fine. I mean, it's established itself, clearly. It's very happy here, but it's just not putting out really any fruit. So let's see if I can get that going too. Lots to do out here in the garden. Gotta haul off all this stuff. Gotta, you know, but it'll be worth it. Fresh produce, by golly, I swear it. I swear it'll happen one way or t'other. Clearly this gate needs some help. Oh wow, the whole post is just shot. Oh no. All right, so replace the post and the gate. Ay, ay, ay. So I think that'll do it this time. As always, thank you to my few patrons that I have. I could use some more patrons. Tell your friends. I do plan on having more videos. Life got in the way, but now I've cleared out some of the stuff in my schedule, and hopefully can do more with this and other things in around the vintage homestead. Working on the inside of the house too. I might have a kitchen that is viewable by other people. Yeah. It's an old 60s house. It's hideous. It's tiny, but I might be able to get it to where I can like start doing vintage recipes and stuff. I don't know. It's pretty funky, you guys. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to have another video out soon. I know it's been a while. See you next time. Thanks.